کنگره امريكا به شکنجه روانی مجاهدان اشرف 10 مارس 2011 19 اسفند 89.
I want to show you a poster recently taken from Camp Ashraf to the outside, and when in November there were 110 loudspeakers. Here's a pole with a bunch of speakers on it, all blaring to the inside of Camp Ashraf. And now today, 4 months later, there are 212 of these loudspeakers. So it seems to me, if I do the math right, it's increased 100 loudspeakers blaring into the residents of Camp Ashraf. The residents of Camp Ashraf tell us that these are all propaganda, saying awful things about the women in Camp Ashraf, inciting, I think, violence to occur. People live in fear, and it's constant. And, you know, I don't know anybody, any American, that would like to have outside their house a speaker going 24 hours a day saying anything, even if it's playing Willie Nelson music. Nobody wants to have that. But this is propaganda, and it concerns me because it concerns residents in Camp Ashraf, many of whom are Iranian Americans now who have come to this country. What are we doing besides talking? It just seems to me when all is said and done, more is said than done. So far, nothing we've done has helped to bring these speakers down. All the talk, all the encouragement, and it seems to me if we have this conversation again in 4 months, there are probably going to be a whole lot more speakers. And I sincerely just hope that the United States is able to use its prestige to encourage Iraq to let these people live in peace instead of breaking the peace with one way is the propaganda that's coming through these loudspeakers. That's my goal, and I hope the State Department figures out a way to make it happen. And I yield back my time.
Thank you. The gentleman's time has expired. Now is the gentleman from California, Mr. Rohrabacher, who is the chairman of the subcommittee on oversight and investigations of the Foreign Affairs Committee.
It's very important for us to note here that, and anything that we do that would in any way encourage the Iranian regime would also be contrary to what we are supposedly standing for in the rest of this area, volatile area. I would suggest that we take note of the people here who are drawing our attention to the plight of the people at Camp Ashraf, and let us just note that if for any reason the thousands of people in that camp who are opposition, they're opponents of the mullah regime in Iran, who are actively engaged in fighting the mullah regime, that would be a huge disservice to those of us who are trying to say that we are behind the cause of democracy in Iran. You don't have to answer that, but let's just note that there will be a number of congressmen who will be, in the next few months, visiting Camp Ashraf to make sure that we underscore that point. The people who are fighting the mullah regime are our friends. The people who are struggling for democracy throughout the Middle East, whatever streets they're on right now, if they really want democratic government, they are our friends. And we should be backing them up in Iran, and we should be backing them up elsewhere.
From Camp Ashraf, there are 212 people